So we're here at Storybook Entertainment. This is our first Skype interview, and today we have Francesca Ekwuyasi, who is she's an artist, she's a writer, and she's a budding filmmaker. So Francesca, welcome.
Thank you.
How are you feeling?
Good, good.
You look good. You look so cherry. Especially with the weather outside, it's like blowing. I don't know. It's like I don't. It's like noisy outside. It's blowing. Is it windy by you too?
Yeah, it's pretty windy.
All right, so we'll start off by asking you a couple questions. So tell us about you. Tell us about what you and what you do. Francesca, tell us a little bit about you. How would you describe yourself and what you do?
Sure. My name is Francesca Ekwuyasi, and I am a writer and multidisciplinary artist. Um, I'm from Nigeria. I was born and raised in Lagos, and I left when I was a teenager, and spent some time in upstate New York for my undergrad, and then moved here for grad school. Here being Halifax, Nova Scotia. Yeah.
How was that? How was moving to Halifax from upstate New York?
Um, it's funny because it's quite similar. I went home for a few months. I went back to Nigeria to do something called Youth Corps.
Right.
It's like paramilitary training and then 11 months of service, like training boot camp and then 11 months of service. So I went and I started doing Youth Corps and then I came here. So I didn't finish my Youth Corps. So the difference between like Lagos, Nigeria, and here is what is more stark to me.
Okay.
I left upstate New York and then went home and then came here. So the comparison I think of is usually between Lagos and Halifax, which is very different. Yeah, but it's not so different from Albany, New York, I think.
All right. Okay. So you recently did a short film with Halifax Black Film Festival.
Yeah.
Was this your first film, or I mean,
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about the film.
Totally, yeah. It was my first like professionally produced film, um, and it was through Halifax Black Film Fest, which is funded by the Fabian Kola Foundation.
Mm.
And I made a short documentary called Black and Belonging, and I basically interviewed three artists and had them talk to me about how their creative careers informed their sense of belonging in Halifax and in Nova Scotia in general. So,
Right.
yeah, two of the artists I interviewed are from here, and one of them is from West Africa and the Philippines, and she's very well traveled and grew up kind of all over, and now lives here with her family. So I was interested. Yeah,
Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead. Finish.
Interested to see how people who are from here and from elsewhere, Black people specifically, carve a sense of belonging for themselves.
So you as a Black artist, how do you feel integrating into this Nova Scotian culture, society, art scene? How do you feel like you fit, or do you just come in and create your own space?
Both. I feel like Nova Scotia, Halifax, very unique space in terms of Blackness.
Right.
In my experience, anyways, more, yeah, very unique. So there's a lot happening. There has been a lot happening here historically in terms of Black artists and Black activists, like from the beginning. African Asian people have been doing the work and creating brilliant things.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so I feel grateful for that work that existed even before me, and it made it possible for people like me who come from elsewhere and are Black to be able to create here because the foundation has already been laid. So I feel like I fit in because I'm a Black woman, and I don't know, I just feel like it's my birthright to thrive wherever I am. But it's also, yeah, it's also, it can also be complicated,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great answer. So you're also a writer, and I think this is what you've been doing for a very long time. And I hear that you've recently written a book, so and it's coming out soon. So tell us a little bit about your book.
Oh yeah, writing is my first love. I love It's my favorite thing to do, writing and reading. And I'm so grateful. I have a book coming out in October. It's called Butter, Honey, Pig, Bread. It's a novel, and it's being published by Arsenal Pulp. They're really, for like a small staff, like an independent publisher, they put out a lot of incredible work. And I can't really believe that I have a shot with them.
That's
Um,
amazing, though. Wow.
it's yeah, it makes me so happy. I'm currently editing. Um, I got some feedback from my editor from Arsenal Pulp, and it's so humbling. It's so humbling because I have to change some things and
Yeah,
read some things and edit. And this is probably the 10th time I'm editing, and
that's okay.
it just feels like, okay. I mean, I want this, so I'll do the work.
Yeah. So give us a little synopsis on the book. What is it about?
Oh yes. So it's about three women, a mother and her twin daughters, and they have distinct narrative voices. So it's three stories, but more or less about the same thing, and it's interwoven from different perspectives. So the three main characters are Kambiri Nachi and her twin daughters Taya and Kehinde, and the whole premise really is that Kambiri Nachi believes something about herself, about who she is and her origins, and that kind of informs the way she moves in the world and how she loves, and whether or not you believe her perception is up to the reader. And
Mhm.
yeah, there's a lot of food, food
Sounds
and
interesting. I can't wait to read this book. It's very exciting, like to be published.
I can't
Be a
believe
published
it.
author. Yeah. So right now everybody's basically indoors and social distancing. As an artist, how are you dealing with this? Like, how are you working on anything, or are you just trying to get by day to day? I mean, how are you dealing with this being
Yeah,
enclosed in?
honestly, yeah, I'm trying to get by day to day. Um, to be frank, it's been difficult to like find the drive to create when, yeah, I mean, it's a global pandemic. I don't know. I don't know if this has happened in my lifetime before. Maybe I'm just completely misinformed, but it feels very big and very scary. And I feel, on one hand, I feel very grateful to be in this part of the world, to be in North America, to be specifically in Nova Scotia.
Mhm.
There's a lot of physical space. So
Yeah, I agree. I'm so grateful to be here right now, like, 'cause there's a lot of space as opposed to being in a congested city or, I agree.
exactly. But then, of course, there's the worry of like loved ones in more congested cities,
It's true.
places without like any healthcare infrastructure. I'm thinking of Nigeria specifically, but even I have family in the States. But even my family in the States, I'm worried for everyone. My friends in Toronto. Um, so yeah, it's very scary. I'm afraid, but I'm trying to just do the things that I can do.
Have a
Um,
street center.
yeah, find a center and do what I can. And so creatively, I think I want to try and have the perspective of this being an opportunity. Uh, as much as I can, you know, but also rest because, yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Well, the book is coming out, so that's something you look forward to. And summer will be coming.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
something
yeah.
else to look
So,
forward
yeah,
to.
my main goal right now is to finish editing because I'm already behind in terms of like I had planned to have it done by March, so I'm already behind. So my goal right now is to finish and then on to the next thing. Like if there's another editing round, great. But just finish what the immediate task at hand and yeah, basically like how are you doing? How are you handling?
For me, the first couple of weeks I was panicked. I have a sister who's a nurse. I got a friend who's a pharmacist. I got family in the US. I got family in the Caribbean. So I was panicked and it's like, oh, I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to, and I take public transportation. So I was like, I like getting on a bus. But now I'm kind of settled into it. Like, you need to do certain things to kind of like get ahead of this pandemic, get ahead of the escalation or the curve. And so I'm kind of settling into that. Some days are lazy though. Like some days I don't want to do anything. I don't want to. I'm not motivated. So And then other days I wake up and I'm motivated and I'm like, oh, okay, let's do as much as we can on this day. So it's just basically
Yeah.
taking it one day at a time and just giving yourself room and space, you know? If you're tired, rest. If you don't want to do anything, don't do anything. Unless you're working from home, then you have to do stuff. And that's, I mean, it's good and bad, you know, but at least you're working. So that's something to wake up to. But I mean, it's just one day at a time. I'm not gonna panic about it. Hopefully, we're gonna get through it, and there won't be a lot of casualties or all that stuff, and we'll move on. And hopefully we've learned from this. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was great. I wanted to chat with you because the first time I met you was like, I mean, you have such energy. Like you have this personality that's like effervescent. It's like, you have such a bubbly personality. And it's like, okay, Francesca would be a good person to talk to. And, and I wanted to, learn about your book, which is really exciting, So I mean, that's about all the little questions I have to ask you right now, and I want to keep it short and sweet. Is there anything else you want to say, or?
Yes, I want to say for my book cover, I just want to shout out the artist. Her name is Brianna McCarthy. She's, I believe, from the Caribbean. I think Trinidad. I'm not sure. I found her work on Instagram, and when the publishers asked if I had any ideas, I was like, yes, this artist, please. And I'm really grateful that she agreed to us using her work. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure. I really wanted to use the work of a Black woman, and I'm grateful that it worked out. That's all.
Oh, I'm so happy to have you as our first interviewee.
Well, I
Thank
definitely
you.
appreciate it.
And we'll definitely be keeping in touch. And when this book comes out, we wanna, get a preview and help you promote it too, if you can.
Yes, people can pre-order right now, so please pre-order. The link is in my Instagram bio. Yeah.
Sounds great. I'll put that on the screen too when
Thank
we
you so much.
when we air this interview. So thank you, Francesca. Have a good day.
Stay safe.
You too.
Bye.